Hello everyone, my name is Philip Macco. I'm a 5-time published author, and this video is a follow-up to a video I posted on YouTube and a podcast I recorded yesterday. And the topic was on how people believe they can use AI writing tools, writing programs to create eBooks that they then sell and make a profit on. And if you scour the internet, you're going to see no less than 132,000 videos telling you can do exactly that. And I'll tell you what, after testing and trying, I'm not a believer. And I want to prove to you why. But first, let me refresh on some of the many reasons, if you are using AI, that you have to do some additional work, sometimes pretty significant. As an example, I'm pretty discerning about my writing, so I might be more particular than some, if not most. I spent 7 hours yesterday alone putting together several sections. I'll show you one of them in just a little bit. Um, but first of all, there's a logistical challenge. You're seeing a screen capture right now of a writing program I use called Scrivener. Scrivener's fantastic. It's not the only one out there. It happens to be the one I advocate and use. Unlike the AI writing tools, which, unless you upgrade significantly and pay far more than you would for a tool like Scrivener, which is $60 for a lifetime license. Some of the quotes I saw were $297 per year, $497 per year for these AI advanced writing tools, one of which is converting your content into an ebook, which you can do with the $60 lifetime license very easily with Scrivener. But what you have to do is copy and paste all the stuff from the AI program into Scrivener before you can compile and create your ebook. Also, and I'll show you this a little bit later, if you're going to cite sources, which any good nonfiction writer should and will do, unless it's your own independent research, unless you're the scientist, you're the psychiatrist, whatever the case may be, and you're citing yourself, you should and have to cite your sources. You can't do that in the basic AI writing programs. It doesn't source anything for you. The third thing I'll just touch on real quickly, and then we're going to get to the writing itself. There's a significant risk of inadvertent plagiarism. What's happening with AI is it's scouring the world, including digitized books, including published articles, all of which are copyrighted. It's scouring the internet and pulling together this data. And if it uses sequences of words exactly as they appear in a published article or a written book, that's plagiarism. And you can face civil penalties, you can face criminal penalties. Just as bad, imagine you publish an ebook and you don't go through Grammarly and do a plagiarism check. You inadvertently plagiarize something, and somebody writes a review and says, this book reads like it was written by AI and it actually plagiarized blah, blah, blah. Your writing career is over. So keep that in mind. But I received a lot of messages on social media after I posted, many of which were saying, you said AI can't write effectively, can't write well. Prove it. So that's what I'm going to do. On your screen, you see a scene called Using Antivirus Software and Firewalls. I'm going to read along with me. One of the most effective ways to safeguard your personal information and devices is by using antivirus software and firewalls. These tools act as a barrier between your devices and potential threats, helping to keep your data safe from hackers and malicious software. Yeah, okay. When it comes to choosing antivirus software and firewalls, it's important to do your research and select a reputable and trustworthy provider. Look for software that offers real-time protection. They all do, to my knowledge. Automatic updates. They all do, to my knowledge. And regular scans to keep your device secure. If it didn't scan regularly, then it's not doing its job. Additionally, be sure to enable the firewall on your device and adjust the settings. It doesn't get into why, it doesn't get into how, it doesn't get into the specifics you should look for, it doesn't give recommendations. It's just a very generalized couple statements that, frankly, if you just did a Google search and typed in, what do I need to know about antivirus software and firewalls, you got the same stuff. And listen, people don't spend $1.99 or $5.99 or $10.99, whatever the cost is going to be for your ebook. They don't spend that money to get stuff they can get for free off the internet. They spend it because they value your expertise and, yeah, your author's voice. So I want to flip over to what I worked on yesterday, one of the many scenes. And let me just scroll down to a section that I think would be most helpful for you to see. There we go. So you should be seeing that now. Do you see on the right here? That's where I'm citing my sources. Anytime that I did research, and I did a ton of it for the book I'm getting ready to put out on scams, I plugged in where I found the information, who published it, when it was published, and a link to those articles. So number one, if people want to dig deeper, they can. Number two, if they want to make sure I did my homework, they can, right? As I was researching scammer personas, I ran across an article that just shocked me, and I triangulated it, which I always try to do, by looking at 3 separate sources and seeing if the information triangulates, hence the name. There are professionals, educated, highly educated, college graduates, being recruited to jobs in other countries only to arrive and be brought to a compound with armed guards with 10-foot fences under the threat of death, forced to turn over their passports and sign contracts. And for a period of time, usually 1 year, they are forced to be scammers. They are the people you're meeting on dating sites. They are the experts in cryptocurrency that want to teach you how to make a lot of money. These human trafficking victims are literally given a script, trained, and given quotas. And for as much as 16 hours a day, they're reaching out to potential victims. When they get somebody on the hook in financial scams, they're bringing in their uncle, their coworker, who's an expert, on financial investments and has made millions and retired. They turn them over to those people who are their managers, and they exploit you for everything they possibly can. I'll get into that in much more detail, how they do it, how they get you on the hook, what happens. I'll talk more about these compounds in a minute, but it's shocking and it's fascinating. And I didn't produce this. I went out and did my own research and uncovered this. So for those of you that reached out to me on social media and you wanted to see some proof, whoop, there it is. Thanks for listening. I hope you have an excellent day.